Righto, racing underway here at the HOSS for the round 9 of the TCR Challenge. The Tier 2 drivers on track at the moment, 6 tonight. Luke MacGyver, Paul Adder, Paul Lancaster, Alex King, Chris Little and Greg Worthington. So 7 lap races here at the Croft. Tight little technical track, 2.1 miles long. Number of challenging corners here. A few of these corners you can keep your speed up if you can flow it through. So like I say, round 9 of a 10 round challenge in the TCR cars. So one more round to go after this week. So Luke MacGyver leading from Paul Latu, Paul Lancaster in third, Chris Little, Greg Worthington and Alex King. So Paul Latu's on a fast lap. Probably be doing around the 126s. Paul Lancaster running a bit wide there in the Civic. So 10 corners here, quite technical. Tight hairpin before you come onto the front straight. Down the front straight to the Cervix corner and then to Hawthorne Bean, up to the chicane, down to Tower Bend, up to the Jim Clark S's, then Barcroft, sunny in, sunny out, down through the complex. So Paul Latu's got a good lead here, 5 seconds over Chris Little. Chris Little and Paul Lancaster having a good battle there for second and third. And that's through the tight hairpin onto the front straight. Flat out down there to the Chevrolets. Tight through there. That's Hawthorne Bend, they're going through there now and they'll go through the chicane and up round down to Tower Bend. Pretty fast through there. It's Tower Bend here. Looks like they'll come down through there up to the Jim Clark S's. Paul Lancaster on screen there. Pretty fast flowing through there. So this is the back through the hairpin onto the front straight. That's 5 laps done. The quickest lap 1:29.3. So the real cars and TCR do about a 1:23 round here. So 7 seconds back to Lancaster. Running wide there, that's lapping MacGyver there. Just outbraked himself there, ran wide, but Latu's got this well under control. Good drive from him tonight. So just the 6 runners in the Tier 2 tonight, with 1 week to go, so they can drop 3 rounds, is it? 3 worst rounds they can drop, and keep their best rounds for their points. Accumulates to see who will win the 10 round championship. Next week will be the final. They don't know where the track is until they arrive down here to do their qualifying. So it's a different track every week. So on screen there, Paul Lancaster just ringing out the West Civic. Two races for these guys at the start. They have the qualifying, and they'll have a reverse grid. The fast guys will be at the back for the next race. On lap 6 or 7, Lancaster on screen there in the Liquid Molly Civic. 8 seconds away from Paul Latu. He's running away off this one. Alex King there on screen. Greg Worthington behind him, and we way back to Chris Little and Luke MacGyver. Must have had a penalty, I think. Oh, I just run wide there. That was Alex King. Outbraked himself out into the grass. We're into a last lap now. Pretty tight hairpin there to come round onto the front straight. They've got to keep in the boundaries of the track, otherwise they'll get penalties. Running wide on the grass, penalties will probably be a stop-start penalty. So just waiting for your leader, he should be coming around now. take the win on this race. Paul Latu, there he is on screen now. And a good drive, good 11 seconds over Paul Lancaster, so he's got the wee Audi cranked up. Sim racing colours there. I guess through the hairpin there onto the front straight to take a checkered flag. A good drive by Paul Latu, taking out race 1 tonight. So second place will be Paul Lancaster in the Honda Civic. It'll be back to Greg Worthington in the blue and yellow Honda Civic. And a long way back to King and Little. That's race 1 of the Tier 2 drivers tonight, just the 6 competitors. Round 9 of 10. Next race will be a reverse grid. So Little, McIver off the front, Lancaster and Latu will be off the back, and Worthington and King will be in the middle. 7 laps. Just waiting on the last man to finish now. That's Chris Little crossing the line. That's race 1 done. Straight away into race 2. Little and McIver off the front. King and Worthington 3rd and 4th. Lancaster and Latu at the back. So watch these guys come through the pack. Right, away they go. Looks like everyone got a good start there. See how they go. They sprint down into this first corner. Lancaster had a big tank slapper, takes a couple of cars out. I'm sure that'll be a penalty. The old red mist came down a bit quick there. Paul Latu up to 4th. Luke McIver leading. Greg Worthington. He'll be the man to beat in this race if we can get out in front. Just having a run down the inside of him now as they come up. Still not quite. Alex King just holding him out. Luke McIver's just out in front. Back to Paul Latu. Wee way back. And then back to Lancaster and Chris Little. Lancaster trying very hard at the back there, trying to make up some ground. It's got quite a run wide out in the grass here. That's Worthington. So not sure if that'll be a stop-go penalty, but yep, there is stop-go there now. So can't go out off the track limits or you get penalised. So that's Latu up to 3rd in the sim racing Audi. So Alex King just in front of him and Luke McIver in the lead. So that's lap 1. Already a lot of action. The front 4 have sort of split the field. Long way back to Worthington and Lancaster. Oh, that's on board with Lancaster. He's tacked on the back of those 4. Oh, just trying to have a run up the inside. Not on there. All over the back of Paul Latu. Let's see how they go down through the S's there. Quite fast flowing down through here. Up over the wee rise. And the brakes flow it through there. Oh, run wide was Alex King. Looks like Latu's having a run at him. He's not quite close enough. King making that card very wide. Just using all the track there, diving in. It's like the, Latu having a dive up the inside. Oh, that's a big tank slapping Lancaster's into the side of him. Not much he could do there. Pretty much that was Latu's fault. No way through there, so he'll get a penalty. So that puts Lancaster back to third, so that's not a bad recovery. So Latu's lost a fair bit of ground there, and Worthington behind him, and no sign of Chris Little. That's Lancaster. Did he get a penalty? Looks like he had a bit of an off there, but Luke McGyver's got the quickest time so far. He's doing well out in front. And it's Lancaster now into second, just past Alex King. Just on a bit of a charge. And Latu, he's on the charge behind Alex King, trying to make up some ground to that tank after that big hit he gave him in the last lap. So, oh, looks like he just give him another tap. Round he goes. Oh, man. Be another penalty for him. Trying too hard. That's the old... Yeah, probably 2 penalties. So Luke McGyver just got a good lead, 7 seconds over Paul Lancaster. Back to Alex King, Greg Worthington, Chris Little, and now Latu back to last. That's where he started after winning the first race. So a bit of rough and tumble in this one. Running wide, there's Alex King out in the grass. 2 wheels out there. Might be lucky to get away with that. Hey, that's in the sim Racing Civic. Just ahead of him's Paul Lancaster, and then Worthington might have run wide on that corner. Onto the front straight. Onto lap 4. So Lancaster's made up 5 seconds on that lap to Luke McGyver, so he's on a bit of a charge in the Civic, see if he can keep it tidy. On board with him now as he throws around here, up through the chicane there. Don't want to hit those tyres. I think, oh, who's that? That's Lancaster. Just put the curse on him. Oof. Oh no, it was Alex King. Sorry, and he stopped with a penalty. So plenty of action in this race, plenty of penalties. It's Paul Latu down the back after winning the last race. Started last, and that's where he is in this one. A couple of big crashes, trying too hard. A bit of a battle here with Chris Little, Alex King, and Paul Latu. That's for 4th, 5th and 6th place. So. Long way back, these guys. Still McGyver leading from Lancaster. He's got 4-second lead. Oh, did he? Luke McGyver's got a penalty there. Paul Lancaster 2 seconds back now, so 1 second back. So just to see where they are, there's McGyver on screen now. Just looking to see where Lancaster is. There he is. There you can see him now. Lancaster will be trying real hard to get on the back of him with a couple of laps to go. Oh, that's King and Latu just passed there. King ran wide. Chris Little ahead of them. So the pressure's on McGyver with 2 laps to go. You have a mirror full of Lancaster shortly. Oh, he slid off, out-braked himself, and off he went. So that'll be a penalty, and that'll let Lancaster through, I should imagine. Yeah, penalty for him. So just looking to see where Paul Lancaster is. Oh, he must have had a moment too. He hasn't passed him. There he is now, right on the back of him, so he's caught up quite a bit. Just half a second between these two now, first and second. On the lap 6 of 7. We'll see who can hold their nerve on this last couple of laps. We've seen it all through these tyres. You don't want to be hitting those tyres through there and a bit sideways from Lancaster. Steering wheel in all sorts of directions. Lost a bit of ground through there. Never keep it a bit smoother and chuck it in like that. Here we go. MacGyver just running a bit wider. Lock the brake there. So you have a mirror full of Lancaster at the moment. He's just dropped back a little bit. 1.25 now. Was half a second. So we're just trying a bit hard. So good battle here. This is the corner most of them run wide, but they've gone through there pretty nicely. Keep the speed up. Down through. Through a tight hairpin. Be one lap to go as it come round now. Not much between MacGyver and Lancaster. Fair way back to Worthington. Latu, Little and King at the back. So last lap now for Luke MacGyver. Start to finish lead so far. See if we can hold out the Civic. Lancaster to come up through here, through that chicane. Dodging the tyres, trying to catch the speed up. Lancaster runs wide there. 2 wheels out. Paul Latu had a quick lap then, a 1:27 fastest lap race. Lancaster's having a look up the outside and the inside. Oh, he punted him off into the tyre wall. Oh, that'll be a penalty for sure. MacGyver recovers to third. Lancaster out in lead, but we'll have to see whether Craig Beard lets that one stand. So Luke MacGyver on the screen there, chasing down Greg Worthington after he had led for 6 of the 7 laps. Paul Lancaster just coming up. Another 6-second lead over Greg Worthington and the other Civic. MacGyver and the Peugeot. Paul Lancaster, provisional winner. And Greg Worthington, Luke MacGyver. Paul Latu just crossing now, the last race winner. He had a 1:27.6 quickest lap of the race. It's Chris Little and back to Alex King. So a race of mixed fortunes there. See what the adjudicators have to say after that one. Mr. Lancaster will be in the judges' room shortly, I think.
That was a bit harsh, that one. Run on that one. Oh, I had to run on it. Oh, yes. Yeah. Put another mic down there, Billy. Welcome back to HOSS for the Fast 6 tonight. Nick McPherson, Braden Carroll, Scotty Kinder, Dylan Dalrymple, Blair Gavities and Billy Manson will be the man to beat on fire this morning. Should I say earlier? And with a 125 something or other. So he will be the man to watch. Qualifying just 5 minutes. Welcome along Mark Manson once again. And not a bad track the week, Croft.
Yes, good wee track this. We did a few laps on this in a wee mini, so yeah, it's quite a tight and flowing track.
It's right over there in England. It's an old airfield base.
Yep.
A lot of them are over in England. We're after the World War II, a lot of them were converted to race tracks. And the same with the Croft here.
Yeah.
So 5 minutes qualifying, about 3 odd hot laps.
Yeah, get the tyres and brakes warmed up, and then
It does take a couple of laps to really get them up to temperature, as you'll find in the racing. First lap, a lot of guys out in the grass, myself included, just can't stop the thing, a lot of understeer, and by lap 3 you're sort of coming right in it. So the Croft circuit, just out of North Yorkshire in England.
Darlington, is it?
Coming back into the complex there, Nick McPherson in one of the Hyundais, car 44. And Nick will be someone to watch if he can put together a good lap. He should be in the top 3 anyway. We'll see how they go as they go down the front straight, down into Clearvax, or Clearvaux, whatever you call it, and then into Hawthorne, which is this wee section here. Already someone out in the grass. I think there was Blair Gavities out in the kitty litter. And through this section here, it's the chicane of all things is what it's called, Mark. So
don't really get those tyres, Paul.
no, it's a nice wee section of the track though if you get it right. And this is quite a difficult wee corner, this. You just got to get that braking right and just wait for that ripple strip to appear there on the inside right. And then from here on, she's foot flat all the way down through these 3 corners, the left, right combination. Through
the S's.
Run her out wide. And then hug her in tight and then hard on the brakes down, probably 3rd gear. Use a bit of that inside curb. No curb on the outside there. And then we go back into the complex down here with the left-right combination. You carry a fair bit of speed into here and sort of scrub it off mid-corner. And then you want to stay away from that tyre bundle in the middle there because she is solid as a rock. Soon bounce off that, down to 1st gear.
Through the hairpin.
Quite a long wee hairpin. And there's a bit of concrete on the outskirts of that corner there, but not a hell of a lot, so you've got to be careful you don't overshoot out the grass. The penalties are pretty hard tonight. I had to stop for a couple myself during the race, so, well, the first race anyway.
It's a 128 from McPherson. Oh, Billy's just done a 127 to knock him off. Running wide there is...
That's the first mark on the ground, isn't it, for Billy Manson, a 27?
Yeah, 27, yeah.
We should see him go a wee bit quicker than that. In the Renault again tonight, as he has been all competition, the wee black and yellow Renault.
He did a 125 in practice.
Yeah, he's been one of the fastest guys. Whenever he's here out on the track, he's one of the top 3, that's for sure. So fastest first sector for Billy, getting held up a wee bit there, so you see him just back out of that. Yeah. Getting held up a bit by Scotty Kinder, I think it was.
Try and get another flying lap in. Just,
you don't want to be hard on the rear of someone's bumper. You lose a lot of vision when it comes to the apexes and the ripple strips.
McPherson, he looks like he's on a good lap.
Yeah, 128.3 for Nick so far, so he's second and a half behind, or 1.3 behind Billy. A wee bit of work to do as he comes into the last corner, the hairpin.
Yes.
And heads
Big
down.
tank that Hyundai, isn't it?
He's quite long on the wheelbase, isn't it, compared to the likes of the Renault that's quite short on the wheelbase.
Yeah, true.
Don't really know if that affects it at all, but a 27.7 for Nick, so he goes a bit quicker. And then Braden Carroll, 27.5 up to second. Good effort from him.
We'll get one more lap in.
And what's Billy going to do this time? Should see him go quicker.
He'll just be starting his flyer, won't he?
Oh, that's right. He slowed down, didn't he? So this will be a hot lap. And the time is up on the clock.
So this will be it for them. Everyone got a time up.
Half a second for Billy Manson over Braden Carroll. Nick McPherson third, Scotty Kinder another one of the 27s. Then it's a 28.4 from Gabbity's and a 28.9 from Dylan Dalrymple. Gabbity's goes fastest now in the first sector.
Just a second covering the whole lot.
So back up through that long straight up through there. That's the Jim Clark S's up there. Through this section. 3 corners where you can just keep the foot flat up it. Just got to be careful you don't run wide on the X of 2 of them.
A bit of a break up there.
So
run a bit wide. I don't know if that lap will count.
And he's gone yellow in the first sector too.
Braden Carroll, he's gone quick.
So a couple of them looking pretty good at the moment. But they've got to find a lot of time though. Half a second to Billy Manson for Braden Carroll, who's gone fastest in the second sector. Now Gabbity's gone fastest in the first sector.
So this is Carroll now crossing the line.
He goes through fastest at 26.6.
26.624, good time.
26.6 to knock Manson off. That's 3/10 of a second. And Billy wasn't looking too flash, was he, earlier? But he goes through 26.5. So he's had a magic third sector there, 17.9.
Yeah, wow.
And he's got it by not much. Look at that. Just
hundredth of a second.
6/100ths of a second.
Yeah.
Back to Braden Carroll. Blair Gabbity's in the end gets third. And Nick McPherson, I think he's still on a lap here, but I don't think he's gone any
purples,
faster.
I don't think.
But look at that, pretty close between the whole lot of them.
Yeah, under 2 seconds.
So Billy Manson will be on pole position, Braden Carroll beside him. Then Gabbity's, McPherson, Scotty Kinder and Dylan Dalrymple off the back. Just the 6 cars tonight for the Fast 6 for round 9 of the 10-round series for the TCR here at the Croft. Race 1 for them tonight. Just 7 laps. So waiting on the 4 lights to go out. Let's see who gets the better jump. Away they go. Pretty much even from everybody. And Billy Manson should have that inside line going down to the first corner down there.
See if they can get through here cleanly.
And he managed to hold that inside line. Carroll trying to go around the outside of them.
I think he'll get hanging out there though.
The carousel up through the S's, and it's going to be Manson leads from Carroll.
Good line through there.
Gabbity's in the sitting in third place for McPherson, then Kinder and Dalrymple. So it's as they started, as they head up towards the right-hand corner. And who's it up the inside? That's Blair Gabbity's having a look on Braden Carroll. Looks like he's got the job done as they head up to the Jim Clark S's.
He's just
here.
Gabby's improved over the last couple of weeks. Race win last week.
Yeah, he's holding the record for the most F-bombs for the season. And no doubt we'll probably hear 1 or 2 more tonight.
That jar's full.
So he's up to P2 at the moment. Braden Carroll, Nick McPherson, Scotty Kinder, Dylan Dalrymple at the back. So all the heavy hitters in there. Scotty Kinder making an appearance in the top 6. He's been sort of down in that the tier 2 or bottom 8 for the odd time. And in the top 6 tonight as they go round the hairpin for the first time. Bit of a wide line there from Gabbity's. And down the long front straight they go. Manson reels off lap number 1. Down to turn 1.
Gabbity's chasing hard. That's Braden Carroll just cut the corner there. I don't know if you get away with that.
You may get a penalty. The penalties are pretty sharp tonight.
Yeah.
with track limits and stuff. So if you see someone slowing down at the side of the track, that you've got to slow down under 35 kilometres an hour.
Looks like he might have got away with that.
He might have. He had all four wheels basically off, didn't he?
Did.
Here's Carroll just locking a brake up, just starting to fall back a wee bit from Gabbity's.
Yeah, Gabby's on a good run there. He's only a second and a half behind Billy.
McPherson chasing hard there in fourth. So all these guys, good accomplished drivers. Dylan Dalrymple, of course, won the Tier 2 Championship.
Yeah, there was a lock up there.
That is Dalrymple getting all out
Put the mockers on him.
Yeah, lock the rears up, round it come.
Yeah, that'll be a stop go somewhere.
Yes, and no doubt he probably will. Here's McPherson. And not much between them, about a second between the lot of them. Oh, there he goes into that tyre bundle. I tell you what.
Didn't move.
What's the damage at tonight, Billy? 35% damage, so...
Just get away with that.
Steering
a wee bit bent, I'd imagine.
You wouldn't want to smack it bang on in the middle. So Gabbity's keeping that gap just over the 1 second mark.
Quick lap for him.
So Billy won't be wanting to... Oh, out in the kitty litter again. Gabbity's.
He's pushing on the track limits here.
Yeah, that's right.
Braden Carroll not that far behind him.
No, Braden's a hard charger. There's a battle going on at the back. Scotty Kinder chasing Nick McPherson in the Hyundai on the run back up the track. But it's Billy Manson leading the way by about 1.2 seconds.
Yeah, this
isn't a hell of a lot, but
it's got the gap out a wee bit more than it was.
Track limits. If he's to get a 10-second penalty, well, it's going to drop you to the back of the pack pretty quick. Through the Jim Clark S's, going way out wide across the white line. Obviously getting away with it.
Yep, keep the speed up through there. Just locking the brakes up as they go around there. Trying not to run in that grass.
Back into the infield complex. The left-right combination. And there's those inside tyre bundles. Nick McPherson's steering well clear of them this time. And then down the first gear hairpin. A very long sort of hairpin. Hard to see the apex on the inside there with the left-hand drive cars. Down the front straight.
Good lap by Braden Carroll. Quickest time on there.
And still only about that same gap between them.
Yeah, there's not much about the...
Braden Carroll there in the Liqui Moly Honda. On board with him at the moment.
Trying to trace down.
The S's.
Yeah, it's good through there and keep that speed up, isn't it?
Yeah, it's keeping the speed going in these things. If you've got to take the foot off the throttle, it takes a wee bit to catch you back up. Slowing right down here, being quite patient. You don't want to overshoot that corner there. That's where you'll get a penalty. Then up the straight through the Jim Clark S's here. Left, right.
Fast flowing corners, aren't they?
It is. Keep the foot up it here. Through here.
Yeah.
Hard on the brakes down to third.
Just locking the brake up, Gabbity's.
And not really any...
Oh, there's two wheels off there.
A lot of turf there was Gabbity's in front. Out there mowing the lawns at the same time.
You're going to get away with that though. Lock the brake again.
Looking pretty tidy tonight, Blair Gabbity's. We haven't seen him in similar situations, and then all of a sudden everything gets thrown out the window.
Yeah, I think he's
looking pretty good at present. Down to reel off lap number 4. Still Billy Manson. Got it out to just over a second and a half. Fastest lap on a 26.5.
Pretty good time.
Back to Gabbity's. In fact, Nick McPherson goes through 26.577.
Wow.
Even quicker.
He's on a charge. It's way back though. Couple of laps to go.
2.5 seconds behind Braden Carroll in 4th. So
looks like he ran wide there too.
So it looks like it's going to be Gabbity's coming under some pressure now from Carroll. We know he doesn't like being chased a hell of a lot, Gabbity's.
Oh yeah, pressure's on
there. Goes
now.
Carroll up the middle, no way through.
No.
Just got the door closed on him a wee bit there by Gabbity's, but he'll be looking in the mirror. And Carroll's a hard charger. If he's half a gap, he'll have a look. Up the Jim Clark, through the Jim Clark S's. Foot flat. McPherson's still trying hard there in fourth, but still 2.5 seconds further back.
Yeah, well, these two might slow each other down.
Oh, here he goes again. A wee bit wide there, Gavities.
Braden Carroll all over the back of him now.
Up the straight towards the complex. All the pressure on the wheel behind him. Braden Carroll just a couple of tenths right on his bumper.
You're going to give him a tap? No, not quite.
Into the hairpin, holding a defensive line there, Gavities. Yeah, it'll be about getting the power down and getting a bit of a run, but I don't think Carroll's close enough.
2 to go.
Manson there out to 2.8 with these two guys fighting amongst themselves.
Yeah, and McPherson just closing that gap a little bit.
Braden Carroll taking a lot of turf there on the inside of the ripple strip as well. Up through the chicane. So yes, Nick McPherson a couple of seconds back behind Carroll, but Carroll 0.3 of a second. Battle still raging between these two. Not close enough to force a move up the inside is Braden Carroll. Of course, Braden's a Tier 2 Championship winner himself from a season or two back, so he's no slouch, that's for sure. So far though, Gavity's holding on under pressure.
Yeah, doing well. No, he's just going to say that.
Runs
He
wide
loved
again,
the
Lance
break
Carroll
up.
up the inside, comes across on him. Closed the door.
Slammed the door shut.
Slammed it pretty shut, all right. Carroll might have been able to have a bit of a sniff if he...
I think that was his opportunity, wasn't it?
Yeah, it certainly was. He's looking a wee bit racy through there as well. He should close right on the back of Gavity's here. You can see him take quite a wide line.
Trying to get down. But look at McPherson almost on the back of these two now.
Yeah, 1.6, but
1 lap to go.
last lap. Billy Manson there out to 3.2 seconds. Doing it easy enough in the Renault out in front. These two here have been holding each other up a wee bit, allowing Nick McPherson to catch up slightly, but Nick's a second and a half back on the last lap. Lucky to get that unless these guys take themselves out.
Well, Carroll's got to have a run this time, doesn't he? Could have a look.
Right, back up to the right-hander. Double apex. Through here, then foot flat. Not close enough though, Carroll, is he? He's
No.
4 or 5 car lengths. Just not enough.
Gavity's done well to hold that.
Certainly has. McPherson hasn't got any closer to them, that's for sure.
No.
Gavity's having trouble with this corner here, I reckon.
Everyone does. McPherson run wide there as well.
Yeah, and I reckon that Carroll might have a bit of a run on him, but still not close enough.
He's running out of time.
Into the complex.
Yeah.
Manson just disappearing out of view there in the Renault. He might have a go this time, Carroll. He might try and do the old crossover here. Force Gavity's to go in. Here he goes. Try to do the crossover up the inside as they head down the straight. Who's it going to be? Looks like Gavity's has got his nose in front as Manson comes down and takes the race win.
Yeah.
And Gavity's, is he going to hang on to second? Here comes Braden Carroll. And Gavity's should hang on to it. Braden Carroll third, McPherson fourth, Scotty Kinder fifth, and a long way back Dylan Dalrymple, who he had that spin.
Good race.
There he is.
Carroll and Gavity's.
So he's got a penalty there by the looks of it. In fact, he's not even going to bother finishing the race. So congratulations, Billy Manson, and good drive from Gavity's as well. They'll start off the rear of the grid.
All right, be some action here from the back.
In actual fact, it looks like Dylan Dalrymple's still off the back with Billy Manson. So Gavity starts off the second row beside Braden Carroll again. So Scotty Kinder on pole, Nick McPherson beside him. Second race for the top 6 tonight for round 9 of the TCR Championship at the Croft. Away they go down towards turn 1, and tyres will be very cold, so you want to be braking a wee bit earlier into here. You're better off seeing if the clowns in front are going to cause a bit of an accident, but they all get through there pretty nicely. And it's going to be Nick McPherson. He's going to lead them up through the S's for the first time through the chicane.
He might be a hard man to beat.
Scotty Kinder sitting there in second, Braden Carroll third. Gavity's Billy Manson and Dylan Dalrymple not finishing that race one. Had to start off the back. If he had to come across the line, he would have got the pole position. But
Run up.
so a bit of a touch there between Gabbardies and Manson, but nothing too major.
Just pushing him wide. I think Billy
So
didn't quite have the run.
So McPherson out to about a second and a bit. Oh, Gabbardies way out wide there. Surely that's going to be a stop and go or an under 35k one. Oh, everyone getting a bit out of shape. Braden Carroll, Scotty Kinder. Braden Carroll into the side of him. Manson gives Gabbardies a bit of a tap as well. Lets him know he's there as they come into the complex for the first time. Tyres will just be coming on a wee bit. And that's Carroll on the inside. Scotty Kinder in second.
Follow him through, but not quite.
Manson all over the back of Gabbardies. Gabbardies having a wee dive up the inside of Carroll. Carroll gives him room. And Gabbardies, good passing move from him on Braden Carroll.
Yeah, good move.
Puts him up to third. But it's Nick McPherson by 2.5 seconds over Scotty Kinder. In Gabbardies, Carroll, Manson and Dylan Dalrymple not having the best of nights. Down there in sixth.
Carroll just takes that position back from Gabbardies.
Oh, Scotty Kinder out wide there too. So tyres obviously not doing the job just yet. And look at this freight train of cars. Forget about McPherson. He's 2.5 seconds up the road. It's Kinder, Carroll, Gabbardies, Manson and Dalrymple all on the line. Here goes Gabbardies trying to have a look up the inside of Carroll.
That's not
straight into the side of Kinder. And just outbraked himself there, did Gabbardies. But everyone's still on the track. It's now Gabbardies from Kinder, from Manson, Carroll. So Carroll's lost 2 or 3 spots in there as they come down towards the last section of the Jim Clark S's, and then down into the who's going to be out in the grass here. Scotty Kinder.
Let's Billy through. Those two touch.
Comes back onto the track into the side of Carroll.
Yeah.
So it's McPherson still running away with it at just about 4 seconds now from Gabbardies, Manson and Kinder there in the black, yellow and red Audi.
Some racing colours.
Round the hairpin. Oh, the two Hondas at the back still going for it. That's Dylan Dalrymple and Braden Carroll. Carroll getting the position back there. Oh, Gabbardies has got a penalty.
Oh, puts Billy up to slow second. Down. McPherson on a quick lap there.
Yeah, he didn't need let us know about that, Mark, did he? Normally there'd be the old F-bomb coming from there. Oh, who's that out in the dirt? That's Dylan Dalrymple.
Is it?
Yeah,
Carroll,
pretty sure it was.
I think it was Carroll.
Oh, no, it was Braden Carroll.
One of the two just in front of him.
Out in the dirt. Gabbardies at the back there. So he's pretty much toasted his race for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Here's Gabbardies. So it's Nick McPherson now. Got Billy Manson with 4 laps up his sleeve to try and get back 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Should see if he can do it.
Can see him, so he's got something to chase.
That's right. It's Kinder hanging on to 3rd place. Dalrymple now up to 4th. And then Braden Carroll, Blair Gabbardies at the back there.
Yeah,
a lot of rear right tyres getting locked up into there. Just about everyone locking them up.
Gabbardies ran wide there, I think.
So there's Dalrymple, Braden Carroll having a wee look on him.
No way through there.
A bit hard to tell between the two of them, with the both having the same number on them doesn't help. Into the hairpin, it's Dalrymple leading Carroll there, going a bit wide there. Dylan Dalrymple, Billy Manson though, closing the gap up.
It's on a quick lap.
So maybe 4 laps left for him. 3 laps.
Three to go.
So he didn't really gain a hell of a lot that last lap, a couple of tenths did Billy, but Nick's still doing a good job out in front. He's under no pressure, so his head down. Don't really have to look at the mirrors a hell of a lot. And this battle's still happening between these two Hondas. Up to the right hand hairpin here. And it looks like it's Braden Carroll now with his nose in front of Dalrymple. So these two going hammer and tongs. And there's Gabbardies in the background, so he's a long way back with only 3 laps left to go.
He's well out of it now after a good race in the first race.
Just goes to show you just how much a stop-and-go penalty can harm you.
Yeah.
And that's who's that at? Dylan
Dalrymple running wide out in the grass.
Yeah, and looks like he was slowing down there. I thought he was looking for a penalty, and normally if you got a penalty, Mark, you want to serve it wherever you got a slow corner. So if you're coming into the hairpin, you can basically just slow down enough that you get rid of that penalty before you come down across the line, rather than having to stop when you're at speed. Nick McPherson, the fastest lap of the race, 26.6. Then Billy Manson comes through a 26.6 as well. So both there or thereabouts. Manson out in the kitty leader just about. Manages to pull it back on. Scotty Kinder's only a couple of seconds back from Manson, so he's doing a good job there in the Audi. Really taken to the Croft track as they run up the first of the straights. Got a bit of a right hand kink in it, and then hard braking zone down to about third. And if you run wide, you probably find you've got to pick second just to try and stop the thing. And back up the Jim Clark straight through the S's. Here's Kinder, not too far away, Braden Carroll. So Dylan Dalrymple's fallen well out of the picture now. A bit of panel damage on the side of Scotty Kinder's car. And with a couple of laps to go, Braden Carroll might fancy trying to get that third place. Now that he's got rid of Dalrymple. No sign of Dalrymple in the background.
No.
Long way away.
McPherson just put that gap out another second to Billy.
Into the complex. There's the gap between second, third and fourth. Carroll's got it down to under a second now. So already pulled out just about a full second just in that last half a lap. As they come down with 2 to go. Fastest lap of the race, Braden Carroll. He's got head down, ass up. 26.2 is the fastest lap for him. And he's got Scotty Kinder on board with him now, Braden Carroll. Let's see. Here he goes through this wee section here. Foot flat, third up to fourth. And he'll try and carry a bit more extra speed, but he's not close enough there to Scotty Kinder at the moment. We'll just stay on board with them, Billy, if we can, down through the Jim Clark S's. Noticeably a wee bit closer through the exit of that corner. And down through this section here, this left, right combination. Foot flat.
Better
Jim
line
Clark
through
S's.
there.
Same again here, and then hard on the brakes. You'll see Kinder running a wee bit wider than Carroll. Carroll's got a wee bit of a run. Ooh, he had to back out of it. Kinder come across. There wasn't enough room there for him. But he definitely was carrying a wee bit more speed into there. And into the complex. Down to second. Down to first for Braden Carroll. Short shift to second. Back to first. See how you can't see that inside of the corner there out of the cars. Very hard to see the inside of there. As I think Carroll might have a run this time. As Kinder's holding the middle of the track. Wouldn't mind betting Carroll will come across to the inside and have a good run
there. Look at that.
And come down to a braking jolt. And Kinder getting a wee bit out of shape, but still
holding
making it quite a wide Audi, that one.
Yeah, doing a good job.
Last lap through the S's, really threading the needle there, Braden Carroll. Forget about Nick McPherson, he's just about out to 5 seconds now over Billy Manson. Manson's got 5 seconds over this battle here between Scotty Kinder and Braden Carroll. And Dylan Dalrymple and Blair Gabbity's long way back. Left-hander through the right-hander here. Try and get this next one pretty good. He's got a bit of a run at the moment, Carroll. He's going to try and go up the inside, as you know. He's going to try and line him up through this next corner like last time. Carrying a wee bit more speed. Is he going to have a wee dive this time? Kinder comes across and closes the door.
Run out of time.
Definitely a wee bit faster through that corner was Carroll, but just couldn't convert it into a move. So round into the hairpin for the last time. Forget about the race leader. Oh, just about a touch between the two of them. I think McPherson's going to take the race win from Manson. And then I think it's going to be Scotty Kinder come through.
Yep.
And take third from Braden Carroll.
Good work with those two. Good racing.
Good racing. Not much that Braden Carroll could do about that. And then Dylan Dalrymple will come through for 5th. And Blair Gabbity's been out in the kitty litter a wee bit. You almost think he had the shits, but he'll come through in 6th. Great stuff. Be back shortly with the second edition of the night for the second Fast 6.
Five minutes qualifying. Race 3 for them shortly. Same format as the last 2 races. Qualifying times, and then it'll be a reverse grid. 6 runners tonight. Luke MacGyver, Alex King, Paul Latu, Paul Lancaster, Greg Worthington and Chris Little. So just got 2.5 minutes to go. They only got time to get a couple of 3 good laps in, time to heat the tyres and the brakes up. So Luke MacGyver on a fast lap here. Oh, that's Craig Worthington on screen now. Chris Little just ran wide. Just trying to get back on track. So times are fairly slow for these guys. 1:43 at the moment. That's MacGyver. Should get a better indication. It's across the line this time. Who's the quickest? So There you go, Paul Arter 128.9. Paul Lancaster 129.2. So those two are on the pace quickly. Back to Worthington 131, and fairway back to the bottom three. So just minute 20 to go, so they'll get another lap in. Paul Arter, he's on another quick lap in the Sim Racing Audi. He had a race win in the first race, and then these two racing each other. They want to give each other a bit of run, try and get a time, and they both run wide there. That's sure who that was. Might have been Lancaster and Worthington. So 35 seconds to go. Latu come round, he'll get one more lap. See if he can improve his time. 128. Doesn't look like he's on a quicker time. A 128.054, so he did improve. It's a good time from Latu. Just no one else improving on their times. It's Lancaster running wide there, so he won't improve too much on that time. Luke McGyver, he's a 129.7, not too far back from Lancaster. Then back to Little, Worthington and King having a bit of trouble down the back. So we're in overtime now on qualifying. This will be the last lap for everyone. So Paul Latu coming around, he's got the quickest time, 128.054. See if we can improve on that time. Down now through the through these little chicane here. Come up to the hairpin, tight hairpin, and run down to the start-finish line. That'll be his qualifying finished. Should be P1 for him, a 127.5. Good time, he's improved his time. So 128.4, Lancaster goes second, McIver goes third, a 128.6. So very little between those two, and Worthington fourth. So Latu and Lancaster off the front. 7 laps. Just waiting on the 4 lights. So he gets the best start here. Lights are out. Away they go. Long run down to the first corner. Looks like Lancaster trying to get across in front of Latu, but I'm not sure if he got the run. He has got the run. So Lancaster into the first corner, run wide though, held it through that chicane. So managed to get the jump on Latu. So he's got a bit of a run. These two just skipped away a little bit from Worthington and Little. McIver and King at the back. So a good start by Paul Lancaster, good run down to the first corner, but Latu all over the back of him now. Lancaster slides it wide there, a bit of a tank slapper. Looks like Latu might have a run round the outside as they come down here, side by side. Oh, a bit of a tank slapper. Both run wide out into the concrete out there. So still pretty close, but who's that? That's Alex King going wide. That's Greg Latu, he's off as well. So just the old red mist come down over those two. So that leaves Paul Lancaster out in front. A few seconds over Greg, Worthington, back to McIver, King and Little. So just lap 1 and things are starting to, bit of a bump and shove there. That's Chris Little on King, shunting him out of the road, takes that position. Gee, there's a penalty for him, stopped right on the hairpin. So Lancaster on a quick lap. 3 seconds back to Worthington. He's got a good gap, just should be able to hold that. So Worthington from MacGyver. Worthington running a bit wide there, that should let... Oh, has he? So Paul Lancaster got a penalty. So he's still got that lead though, might have had enough to keep the lead. 4 seconds back to MacGyver and Worthington all over the back of MacGyver. Back now. Oh, that's Worthington give MacGyver a big tank slap up the backside and a little run wide. So I think that'll be a penalty for him. So Lancaster's coming through, take off another lap. It's 2 seconds over MacGyver, back to Worthington. Just lost a bit of ground after they had a bit of an off there. Latu, he's another second back, trying to recover from his off. Back to Chris Little and a long way back to Alex King. So through this little chicane, trying to miss those tyres. Get the run up the wee rise here. That's Worthington. Latu on screen there, trying to get him down. Just ahead of him is Luke MacGyver and Paul Lancaster out to a 3.5 second lead now. So there's the battle on there now. Latu's on the back of Worthington, trying to get a run as they come up there. Dives up the inside, does he? But he's going to give him a touch. No, he backed out of it, but still managed to get a run. Whoa, he just bounced off the curb there, but managed to hold it. Latu got through there. Up to third. Through on Worthington. Worthington just hanging on the back of them as they come round these tyres. Chris Little not far away either. So that's... Luke MacGyver there. Paul Lancaster still out in front on a quick lap. 4 seconds over MacGyver, and that's a penalty for Worthington to stop there on the front straight, take his penalty. That's a lost ground for him. But still Latu trying to chase down Luke MacGyver. 4 laps gone. Paul Lancaster, he's got a 5.5 second lead out in front, so just needs to keep it cool and keep it straight. 5 seconds back. Latu's trying to chase down MacGyver. He's a wee way back, looking out the back of MacGyver's car. You can see where Latu is. He's having a dive. Coming there, plenty of speed on, but he outbraked himself. So he lost that guy, and he did have a good run, but left the braking too late. So good view out the back of MacGyver's car as they hard on the brakes. He locks the brake up there, and Latu got a bit sideways, but got a bit of a run. Just about hit that tyre. Hard on the brakes through this hairpin here. Come down onto the front straight. Take another lap off. That's 5 done. Paul Lancaster, he's a 1:27.8. Paul Latu, sorry, that's a quick time. 1:27.8, but Lancaster's still got a 5 second lead over MacGyver. Latu trying to chase him down. Just a second back. Long way back to Worthington Little and Alex King. So the battle at the moment is Paul Latu and Luke MacGyver. So Latu gets the run, but he outbreaks himself when he gets close. But but untidy, trying a bit hard. So good work by Luke MacGyver to hold him out. MacGyver just run a bit wide there, so did Latu following his line. Trying to keep the speed up as they run down here through the Jim Clark S's. Trying to avoid that tyre bundle there, and they round to the tight hairpin on to the front straight, check another lap off. Paul Lancaster still out in front, 6 second lead. Just did a 1:27.6 fastest lap for Lancaster. He's got eyes down looking. Got a good, decent lead. Battle is MacGyver and Latu, but MacGyver's just pulled out a bit of a gap over Latu with a couple of laps to go. So pretty much line astern as they go down through there. A long way back to Worthington, Little and King. Not having the best of races tonight. Paul Lancaster leading from Luke MacGyver. Paul Latu just catching a bit on the back of MacGyver. MacGyver just locks a brake up. Try not to run wide through there. Latu holding a bit of speed through there. He's caught right on the back of him. Come down here, will he have a dive? He's got a bit of speed on. Not quite close enough there as they come up through these S's. Watch the tyre bundle. They'll come up to the tight hairpin and come onto the front straight, and they'll get the last lap board as they come through now. So just got a lap to do anything if he can do it. Latu right on the back of him this time. Do another quick lap by Lancaster, 1:27.6. Fastest lap of the race. Paul Latu, a 1:27.4, that's the quickest lap, so he's on the flyer as he tries to catch MacGyver on the last lap. Getting through the chicane here, missing those tyre bundles. Oh, and he run wide. MacGyver run wide, not Latu, not quite close enough to capitalise on that. But he's on the runs, he'll be having a dive as they come up here now. Last lap, he's got to have a go, but he's a wee bit far back. Even carried his speed through this corner. It's locking a brake up there, MacGyver, so now or never for Latu, but Lancaster, he's got a 5 second lead out in front. He's pretty much got this race in the bag. So here they come now, these two, Latu and MacGyver. Through that tight corner there, not running wide this time. Try to keep the speed flowing as they've come up down here through the come through the S's up here. They're just running out of time. It's going to be push the tyre bundle there, but looks like we've got Paul Lancaster should be coming around on the front straight. Take a good win. There he is, takes a checkered flag. That's a start to finish drive from Paul Lancaster. From Luke MacGyver, another good drive and good chase by Paul Latu, so good race by these guys. Well done. Back to Greg Worthington and Chris Little and Alex King, so good race by these guys. So one to go. Be a reverse grid. That should be really interesting. Just waiting for Alex King to come round now, and they'll form up in a reverse grid order for the next race. Last race of the evening for them. Alex has stopped there for some reason. Righto. Last race for the Tier 2 guys. Reverse grid. Oh. Away to go, Chris Little, Alex King, Greg Worthington, Luke MacGyver, Paul Latu and Paul Lancaster will be the quick guys off the back. It looks like Latu, Lancaster have a bit of a touch and go there for these two. That's Worthington and MacGyver. So Latu up the inside of Worthington has taken that position. He's looking at Luke MacGyver as his next one. Lancaster still at the back, so he's looking to get past Worthington. Ooh, sideways there for Alex King and Paul Latu. Greg Worthington and Paul Lancaster at the back. There was that, I was just about to say they were keeping it clean on the first lap, and then the front two take each other out. That's King and Little down to the back. That puts MacGyver in front from Paul Latu. So these two are back to the battle they had in the last race, and there's Lancaster through to third on Worthington. So the fast three are at the front now, so it should be a good battle. Luke MacGyver managed to hold out Paul Latu in the last one. Lancaster won that race, of course, but so still only lap one as they come into the hairpin to complete lap one. So there's been a few changes. Back three are now in the front after one lap. Luke MacGyver, Paul Latu and Paul Lancaster. They just got a bit of a and through this chicane. You've got to keep it quite tidy through there. Keep the speed up as they run around wide there. Through another chicane there. Avoid those tyres. Up over the wee rise. Got Latu's up to second. Going to have a run at first. Lancaster down the inside of Latu. Around here, not sure if that's going to stick. Yes, it does. So, brave dive there by Lancaster made it stick. He's up to P2. Looking for 2 race wins tonight. But Latu's all over the back of him. See if he might give him a bit of a tap around there. But no. Back to Greg Worthington, Alex King. So, just running a bit wide. There's Lancaster and Latu. Lost a bit of ground to MacGyver. He's doing a good job out in front. MacGyver had a good battle with Latu in the last race. Managed to hold his nerve. Just through there, tight corner, avoid the tyre bundles. Up here through the tight hairpin onto the home straight. Tick off lap 2. MacGyver's just got just over a second lead back to Lancaster. Latu and Greg Worthington just not too far back from these two. So, good battle at the front. Bill MacGyver from Lancaster. Latu and Worthington, that's the top 4. But these top three could be anyone's race, just waiting for a mistake. Sure, something will happen. Only 3 laps in. Come up through here. Hard on the brakes. Try and get a run out of here. Latu's looking for a run, as is Lancaster looking for a run on MacGyver. So MacGyver's got his mirrors full, Lancaster's got his full, and Latu's got it all in front of him to do. Oh, they're all out braking themselves here, but managed to get around the corner, locking the brake up. Trying to keep the speed on as they run down through here. Down through the Jim Clark Yeses, and they'll come through here and then get a bit of a run up to the front straight onto this tight hairpin. Hard on the brakes around here into first gear. Latu trying to get a run around the outside of Lancaster, but he made that Civic pretty wide. There's no way around there. They dragged down the front straight. MacGyver's just got away a bit on those two. They're having a bit of battle between themselves. Let him skip away by a second. That's Lancaster run a bit wide down through that chicane, trying to hold on to it. Latu might have a run on him here. Just got a bit of better speed on as they go through the next chicane and up over the wee rise. So Latu right on Lancaster now, but he won't go around the outside there. Lancaster's got the better line through there, but still gap up to MacGyver, who's doing well to hold that lead. These two battling each other, letting him skip away a bit. Looks like Latu's got a bit of a run there. Looks to have more speed as they go through those two, but just who's that there? That's Latu, is it? What's happened there? Did he get a penalty? Okay, I didn't see what happened there, but Latu got a penalty, so Paul Lancaster and MacGyver now with a couple of laps to go. Lancaster's trying to get on the back of MacGyver. Doing a good job, MacGyver, to hold on to that. Worthington's up to third now. Lancaster had the quickest lap of the race at 1:27.5, so he's trying to chase down MacGyver, so come down through this tight chicane. Power on as they come around here through the next chicane. Lancaster's all over the back of him now, trying to get a run. Has a look down the inside. If he can pass through there, but see how they come up here. He's got a run around the outside, but hasn't got the line for the corner. Yes, he has. He outbraked MacGyver and outbraked himself, so that'll be a penalty for him. Through goes MacGyver. Hard luck. That would have been a good move if he could have pulled that off, but away goes MacGyver. Back to Lancaster. Couple of seconds back now after that off, so see what happens about that. Long way back to Worthington and Paul Latu, Alex King and Chris Little, not sure where he is. So here they come round through the hairpin now onto the front straight. That's lap 5. Couple to go. Still Luke MacGyver got a good lead over Paul Lancaster, 2.5 seconds. It's another 5 seconds back to Greg Worthington. Coming on the front straight now, and Latu behind him after having his big off. So a bit wide there, Paul Lancaster. Going a bit hard. Luke MacGyver running good race. Still MacGyver, nearly 4-second lead over Paul Lancaster, so he's driving a good race, keeping it tidy. Just have one lap to go when they come around this time, so it's going to be a good drive by MacGyver, second in the last race. So a good night. Here he comes round, looks like he's going to come up to lap Chris Little just up in front of him. Just missed that tyre bundle there. Yeah, up through onto the front straight. hairpin. He'll get the last lap board as he comes through now. Just runs a bit wide. Paul Lancaster comes through, runs wide again onto the grass. The last lap. Luke MacGyver. Paul Lancaster. Doing it easy out in front now, 6 seconds, so that's through that chicane. Last lap for him. Bringing out the wee Peugeot, sounds good as it screams up the hill there. They're just chasing down Chris Little. Looks like he might not have enough time to lap him, but he's pretty close. Long way back there to Paul Lancaster, 6 seconds back now. Was a good battle there for a while. And Greg Worthington holding on to the third from Paul Artu. So here comes MacGyver over the back of Chris Little, coming round to try and lap him. They come round through the S's. To the last hairpin now. Little runs wide and lets MacGyver through. That's a penalty for him. So Luke MacGyver, that's a good drive for him. Take out the win of race 4 on the Tier 2 tonight here at HOSS. So Paul Lancaster comes through for second place, and Greg Worthington take third from Paul Artu, and it'll be Alex King and that back to Chris Little. So that's good racing by those guys.
Underway for the top 6. Let's see if Dylan Dalrymple can put in a good qualifying time mark. He's had a bit of a sombre night from his hopes. Normally been up there, you know, especially in the top bottom tier. He's been at the top and also around the fringes of the fast 8. So
yeah, when he's on form, he's really good.
See him at the back's been, you know, a bit different for Dalrymple, but however, 5-minute qualifying session, so on the out lap, get 2 or 3 hot laps in. Round into the hairpin to start the flying laps. Nick McPherson's got the clear air out in front. Braden Carroll not too far behind. Nice clear air. Take too much notice of the time there from Braden Carroll. You'll see that way off the mark. It's the outlap. Braden Carroll, what can he do? Got a wee bit of redemption to try and get over Gabbardy, isn't he, from race 1?
He should be around the 128s, 29. First fast lap, I'd imagine.
We're already about halfway through the session and just halfway through their first flying lap. Manson will be one of the early pace setters. Gabbardy's too was a bit of a surprise in the first lot of qualifying.
Yeah, had a good first race, a good second race.
So Braden Carroll's gone fastest in the first sector.
Who's that out wide?
From Gabbardy's. Back there. Kinder's also had a good night too for making the top 6.
Yeah, Nick McPherson looking for a time from him.
Oh, Braden Carroll
What
will
he
be the
puts
first
down.
one to set a time. Representative time. Down across the
27.
line. 27, not bad, but we've seen them down the 26s in the earlier qualifying. Gabbardy's 27.8.
Just see what McPherson does. I think he'll be on a quick lap.
I think he must have duffed that first lap
Yeah, I
because
think
he's
so.
first on the track.
Yeah.
About Dylan Dalrymple, where's he go? No,
No,
205 too,
he's
so
just shot
that's
Braden Carroll on a flyer.
7.02.
Well, there you go, Billy Manson. 26.248 for his first flying lap.
Pretty safe too, I'd imagine.
Hard to beat that, I think.
Haven't seen anyone in the 25s for qualifying. Though Billy did do a 25 in practice early this evening, or pre-qualifying, I should say. Braden Carroll gone purple again, though. Nick McPherson green. Through the complex. Round into the hairpin. Person. Yet to post the time. Going to have enough time to come round for another lap as well.
Yeah, gets the big taxi wound up.
There he goes, Nick. What did you do? A 26.3.
Good time.
Just a 10th off Manson. Pretty good time.
Oh, there you go. Braden Carroll to the front at 26.2.
Look at that. 0.2 of a second between the top 3. That's magic qualifying. What about Gabbardy's 26.8?
Ooh,
So 0.6 of a second between the top 4.
They're all on the last lap too, so see what happens on this lap.
Yeah, Manson's had a purple first sector, not so good middle sector. Here he goes through the hairpin. See how he goes. 26.2 the time to beat for Manson. He goes through. What does he do? 25.5. Look at that.
25.5. That's
Look
the
that, he says.
quickest time tonight by far.
So, Braden Carroll, well,
What's he got?
got to find 0.7 of a second somewhere.
Oh, McPherson just all crossed up there. That'll cost him.
Too sure if he's going any faster or not, Nick. Seen any of the sector times come up, but looking pretty smooth. Running it right out to the white line. Into the complex. At the moment, Billy Manson 25.5, Braden Carroll 26.2, Person 26.3, Gabbardy's 26.8, and Dylan Dalrymple 26.9. She's pretty close.
Here comes McPherson now.
McPherson, can he go any better? Yeah, he does. He jumps up to second. 26.2.
Dead.
0.02 of a second over McPherson.
Where's Carroll? He goes up to second in a 25.873.
I think he's still out there running. Here comes Gabbardy's.
I think he just went across, Braden Carroll.
Gabbardy's here. What does he do?
So two of them in the 25s.
Manson and Carroll on the front row. Person, Kinder, Gabbardy's and Dalrymple off the rear. 7 laps. for the Fast 6 tonight. Waiting on the lights. Manson with that inside run down to that turn 1. Cold tyres. Lights are out. We're away for race 3 for the Fast 6 for round 9 here at the Croft. As everyone gets off to a pretty good start there. Gabby's up the inside on the rear there. He might just hang there and see if he can pick a place up or two. He's managed to get through on Dalrymple. Here's Gabby's out in the kitty litter tonight. I reckon he must have eaten some Vindaloo or something tonight, Mark. He's been out in that kitty litter tonight.
Yeah, I think he's on the old...
squatting the arse down out there, and that's really going to ruin another race for him.
Whiskers, been on the whiskers on.
No, it's Manson from Carroll. Then Dalrymple, McPherson, Kinder and Cavity's way down the back there.
This will be a good battle for the top 3 here. He just runs a bit wide.
2 Hondas on the back of Billy Manson.
A Renault.
In McPherson in 4th place in the Hyundai there, not far away.
Trying
Track limits getting a bit of a hammering through that section there.
You can run pretty wide through there and get away with it.
Jim Clark
just locked the brake up there. Who's that? That's
McPherson.
McPherson wide out there.
But Manson had to have 2 stabs at that right-hand corner.
Yeah, lucky to get through there.
And he's got Carroll all over the back of him this time. Oh, and he runs wide too on the entrance of the complex. Billy Manson. So tyres still pretty cold.
Oh yeah, just looking in his mirrors a bit, I think.
Yeah. But also the cold tyres here just catch you out a wee bit. But Billy's well aware of that.
Just lap 1.
So down 6 to go for the TCRs. They're just under a second between Manson and Carroll. Dalrymple having a good run there in 3rd at the moment. It's best run of the evening.
Yep.
Person getting a wee bit out of shape here back in 4th place. Starting to drop back a bit. Scotty Kinder must have had a big moment. He's 50 seconds further down the track, so he's obviously had a penalty or 2. In fact, he's just cruising around by the looks of him. And tell you what, Mark, if you do get a penalty, a good place to serve it is the hairpin before you come back down the front straight, because you're down to 1st gear. You can just
not
pinch
quite
the brakes
stop.
a wee bit, just to get that penalty out of the way, because you've got to go under 35 kilometres an hour. And normally you're doing slightly quicker than that, so you do have to give her a wee stab on the brakes just to make that penalty disappear off the top of your screen. That's the best place to do it, is low corners. So back up into the complex. Manson's starting to put a couple of 3 car lengths between. Getting a tyre out in the grass here. Braden Carroll and the rear come round on him on turning.
Well held. Getting
all out of shape. And
round through
nonetheless keeps it on the island.
Take another one off.
Just a second behind Manson. Not letting him get away. And now Dalrymple's starting to come under a bit of pressure from McPherson in the Hyundai.
Yeah,
just half a second between the 2. That's for 3rd and 4th right there. Person in the 44 car.
Yeah, he's got that thing wound up now.
Bit racy through there. Right left, Kink. In through the S's here.
Yes, good shots through there.
See Dalrymple going defensive over left, then comes back over the centre of the track. Person might have a run up the inside. He's going to have a wee look as if he's not close enough. Dalrymple will come across and close the door and have that inside run down the Jim Clark straight. And through the Jim Clark S's here. Great section of track there. Really hanging on there to the rear. Those corners. Then slow it down for this corner. 3rd up the 4th, mid corner here. Run right out over that cane. That ripple strip rather. Down into the complex here.
Just run away these 2 from the 3rd and 4th.
Just hugging the inside of the tyre there, Billy Manson.
You don't want to hit that.
There's no giving that.
Back onto the front straight.
Even a wee glimpse can sort of put you off, but 3 laps down, 4 to go. Still around that,
pretty
just
close.
Under a second.
Just that gap in the 3rd and 4th there. Dalrymple and McPherson having their own battle.
Yeah, they're 4 seconds further back, so McPherson still looking racy there.
Long way
Quite
back.
taily the old Hyundai, didn't it?
Yeah.
Not sure if there's any difference between the Hyundai with the longer wheelbase and the Renault with the shorter wheelbase.
Probably just the looks, I'd say.
Just looks, there goes Gabby.
He's trying to catch up a bit of ground.
Still a bit of kitty litter falling out the back of that thing.
Yeah.
Right hander. Through the park east.
Really no one close enough at the moment. Yeah, but he's just catching up quickly on these two.
Oh, who's that running wide? That's Dalrymple. Getting all out of shape now. We've got McPherson got a bit of a run, tries to keep that inside line, keep that momentum going, because as soon as you take your foot off the accelerator, try and avoid that guy, that's when you lose all your momentum. You really got to keep your foot up.
Should have dove up the inside of him instead of trying to go in the back of him.
Yeah. All over the place like a mad woman at the moment. Dylan Dalrymple now, he's defending on the inside line. Gabbity's going to try and go around the outside. Not Gabbity's, McPherson.
Will he get the run down? He's got the line.
Yeah, Braden Carroll, a 25.6 fastest lap of the race, but looks like McPherson's going to have this done by the time they get down to turn one.
He's got the job done there. Can he hold it through here?
Got it done already. So he'll have a mirror full of Dalrymple, the Honda.
Good battle there.
Not all over yet.
Well, Gabbity's closing up the gap. The back.
So McPherson, he's going to be like a Waymo. He's going to have one eye looking left, one eye looking right, and the other eye looking straight ahead.
Yep.
As he tries to defend the third position from Dylan Dalrymple. He's right on his hammer.
Yes, he's on the back of him now. It's Gabbity's.
1.5 seconds. It was 3.5 last lap, so he's caught right up. These two slowing each other up.
Yeah.
And into the right-hander. Dalrymple just getting a wee bit out of shape there. Lost a couple of 3-car lengths. Still running wide on the straight up towards the complex. Yeah, close over there that person gets. Running the white line all the way out there. Dalrymple really throwing it in now. Yeah, starting to panic a wee bit now. He can see Gabbity's coming up behind him.
Yeah, he's on him like a flyer.
Gabbity's now under a second on Dalrymple.
6 laps down.
Wants that 4th position. As Gabbity's, he had a strong start to the night, then a couple of times out in the kitty litter. Oh, and getting out of shape again, and the wheel out in the kitty litter there again. I swear he got the shits, Blair Gabbity. He's just out in that kitty litter. Pretty racy through the chicane. Still just hanging on that 1 second gap to Nick McPherson. Dylan Dalrymple, I should say. Now McPherson starting to clear out a wee bit. 1.7 the gap. With 2 seconds now back to Dylan Dalrymple.
Yeah, he's looking in his mirrors at Gabbity's. Coming.
So the gap first to second, 2.3 seconds from Manson to Carroll with a couple of laps left to go. Looking pretty good. Oh, there's Dalrymple again, is it out in the weeds? Still guilty looking in that mirror. But a full of Blair Gabbity's at the moment in that teal coloured Renault. Into the complex they go.
Last lap coming up.
First gear, 25.4 from Billy Manson. Fastest lap of the night. With 1 lap left to go. 2.4 seconds remains the gap first to second. Then it's a further 6 seconds back to McPherson. Cleared out now in 3rd place from Dalrymple.
Dalrymple runs wide. Gabbity's going to have a look at him.
Yeah, he's under pressure now as Dalrymple, but Gabbity's goes wide as well, following him. On board with Gabbity's through the chicane. Just buttoned off a wee bit there, Gabbity's, and you really got to keep your foot up and through there if you want to make a passing move up at this right-hander here. Break around the 100 metres, just past, down to 3rd. Oh, a wee bit out of shape again, Dalrymple. This is Gabbity's chance. See him chopping down another gear there to try and get a better run. And he's slowly got a wee bit of momentum, but quite a wide Honda, that one in front. Unless he goes wide again into this right-hander down the end here, he might have a wee look up the inside. No. It's coming across defensive. Into the back of him goes Gabbity's. Just letting him know he's there through the right-hander up the straight now. Coming around for one lap to go. Blair Gabbity's.
They're on the last lap now. Well, this is going to be it. That was his chance.
So,
we should have Billy Manson.
One and only chance, I think, Mark. He's not going to make anything there, but Manson's going to take the race win from 5th. Carroll will go through for 2nd easy enough. Scotty Kinder. Not Scotty Kinder. I mean, Nick McPherson it's going to be.
Yeah,
the 3rd. And in the end, Dalrymple's going to hang on over Gabbity's from Scott Kinder, who obviously had a couple of big moments there. A couple of nice big prangs after the fact. The great stuff there from the Fast Sixes. Billy Manson taking another race win from Carroll. There's been a mixed bag tonight. McPherson's had a win as well. So we'll reverse them up. It's going to be Gabbity's and Kinder off the front row. Dylan Dalrymple, McPherson and Carroll and Manson off the back for the Fast Six for round 9, last race of the night.
So we action into turns 1 and 2 here.
Yes, well, just keep your eye on Gabbity's. He's either going to have a good start or he's not.
Could be in the
lights. Away they go. Everybody off to a pretty good start, especially Kinder on the inside there. Just getting the jump on Gabbity's, I think. He'll have the inside line anyway as they head down to turn 1 here at the Croft. Cold tyres, remember. Who's that sneaking down the inside? Dalrymple it might have been on Braden Carroll.
Doesn't go 3 wide through there.
No, but they've all stayed on. Oh, that's Kinder out wide. Surely get a penalty for being out that close. See where he serves it. He might get away with it at the... no penalty on the screen, so he's got away with it. But it's Gabbity's leads from Carroll, then Dalrymple. Oh, Manson out in the grass. Oh, he gets collected from Kinder. Kinder puts him in the fence, and then they collect... who is it? Dylan Dalrymple. So, too sure where that all started, but Manson had a couple of wheels out in the grass, had a bit of a run, and then
had a big run down the outside.
Kinder come across and collected him. But that's played into Gabbity's and Carroll's hands.
Gabbity's out in front.
Yes. For how long? Let's see if he can hang on for a whole race with Dalrymple now putting the pressure on McPherson for 3rd.
Well, he did last week, so he's done it before.
There's Manson in the background in 5th place. Got a lot of work to do there. Down arse up, no doubt. And around at the complex and into the hairpin. Ever dive up the inside, Carroll? No. Someone apologising to someone in the background there. But it's Gabbity's from Carroll. McPherson, Dalrymple. And Manson just a second and a half further back in 5th. Scotty Kinder cooked her on the first lap, getting out of shape. Braden Carroll, he likes it like that.
He does.
Getting a wee bit messy. Imagine him on a Saturday night, it's probably about the same.
Yeah.
Getting all over the place. Through the chicane they go. Gabbity's from Carroll. McPherson just starting to drop Dalrymple back a second or so. Then Manson at 1.3 back from Dalrymple. Gabbity's haven't had an F-bomb from him tonight, which is probably the first round so far. We haven't had one from Gabbity's, but early in the race.
Yeah, only lap 2, so plenty to go.
Of course, the track limits here, you've got to be very careful of those track limits. Not like some tracks you can get away with, get it going out in the grass and come back on, not too bad. Not on this track here. You're too far out in a certain corner. And it was Braden Carroll just with an F-bomb over there. Running out in the grass, I think he was, in 2nd place.
Lost a bit of ground.
Going to be a good battle ensuing here shortly with these 4 cars. Gabbity's will be looking in the mirror, knowing that got a mirror full of Hondas and a Hyundai in the mix as well. 1.3 seconds a gap, half a second between 2nd and 3rd. Then back to Dalrymple, having his best run of the night. Person taking a lot of the curb there. And this long right-hander. The guy's running right out wide to the white line. Benson has lost a bit of time. He was 1.3 seconds. He's lost another half a second now, back out to 1.8 off the back of Dalrymple.
He's trying a bit hard through.
Down the Jim Clark straight. Will Gabbardy's in the Renault. And pretty tidy at the moment. This is out the back. Coming down through the next wee right kink. And hard on the brakes here. You'll see a lock up come on the right hand side in a minute. There we go. Up the right now towards the complex. Left to right combination. If you corner this, you can actually third gear, foot flat again to get over to the corner, hard down to first. For the hairpin, just look at Braden Carroll in the background, trying to take the wide line in to come to the up and under. Gabbardy's had the door shut. No way through, so 0.4 of a second between first and second. A great wee battle ensuing. Fastest lap of the race, Braden Carroll. Nick McPherson only a second back there. Oh, you see Carroll getting real close to those tyres. Looks a wee bit quicker through that section there, through turn 1 and 2. And back up through the chicane there. Another nice wee section of the track. Obviously no track limits through there. Fourth down to third. Gabbardy's down to second. This guy's that go through there in third. Only go down to second if you're really getting into trouble. Can't stop it. And this is a great section of track. Look at Carroll going out wide over the line.
Use all that track out there. No penalties out there.
Hard on the brakes. Through the double right-hander. Great. Pick fourth gear halfway through that corner. Third. Played again for a wee bit. Down to first. Oh, Carroll with a bit of a lunge up the inside.
The job.
He's going to try and go around the outside into the hairpin, is he? No, not enough room. He'll have to be the up and under. Look pretty racy though there under braking there. Out of the second last corner to Braden Carroll. And just 0.3 of a
quick lap, 125.7 for Braden.
So he's trying, isn't he?
Trying hard.
And now Gabbardy's starting to get out of shape a wee bit.
Yeah.
Starting to look at that mirror a wee bit. Been defending right from the start.
McPherson's right there now too.
The mix in there, they managed to drop. So Billy Manson's managed to get through on Dylan Dalrymple.
We must have had a bit of an
4
off.
seconds further back. He goes Carroll now, trying to have a sniff up the inside. Gabbardy's goes wide.
Got it done.
Up through. Gabbardy's going to try and come back at him though, is he? But no.
Blocking there, well
Carroll's
done.
got his nose in front of the Honda. Through the Jim Clark S's.
Oh, it's not over.
McPherson wants a bit of this situation as well there in third place. Hard on the brakes through the double right-hander. All of them pretty tidy through there. Everybody's doing a good job at the moment. Like I say, he'll be looking like one of those Wymos. He'll have one eye in the rear vision mirror, one eye in the side mirror, and the other eye looking straight ahead. Through the complex. Down to first gear here. Very defensive Braden Carroll on that inside line. Same with Gabbardy's.
2 laps to go.
What can McPherson do? Manson still hasn't really gained much there. These guys still holding a good pace out in front.
Yep.
With 2 to go. Through turn 1. Gabbardy's starting to get defensive. He's worried about that second place now rather than going for first. Got McPherson all over the back of him and that high and dry sitting in there. Getting back up the hill. Here goes Manson. Still round about that 3 second mark. Hoping for a bit of a ding-dong between these two up in front.
And Braden just skipped away a wee bit there. These two are fighting each other.
Not often you'll see Nick McPherson run into anybody, so have to all be Gabbardy's if something's going to happen here. It's Carroll, just a second over Gabbardy's. He's got just a 10th and a half. Down the double right-hander, going wide again. Gabbardy's might have a run this time. McPherson
Not quite close enough, I don't think.
Quite close enough. Get up into the complex. Down the first gear into here. Pluck second again. Short time, back to first. The hairpin.
HOSS lap board could be coming out.
Board to be out for Braden Carroll, just over a second. They still got to keep it tidy. Can't afford a penalty at all.
No mistakes.
5.8 that last lap for Braden Carroll. Big Gabbity's wheat slide going on. But doing a good job at the moment, Blair Gabbity's.
Person must have had a moment. He's dropped back a fair bit.
He has, hasn't he? Dropped way back. A couple of seconds, in fact.
Yeah.
Just about into the clutches of Manson. To be wishing for another couple of laps.
Run out of time, I think.
Under the long 90-degree right-hander. Big long winding straight. Park. Straight they call it. Over there in Croft Park. England. Way back. Looking pretty sharp at the moment. It's Braden Carroll as he comes straight towards the complex for the last time.
Yeah, pretty much got this under control. Just hold it through there. Watch that tyre bundle.
You have to hit that tyre bundle and that'd be it.
There
All
he
over.
is. Front straight now.
Last corner, Braden Carroll and the Liquimolly Honda come down and take the race win. Race of the night. Gabbity's will come through for second. Nick McPherson, another strong result for third. Benson will come through not far behind in fourth. Like it's going to be Dalrymple and Scotty Kinder after that lap 1 incident come through in 6th place.
Should help.
It's the great racing for the TCRs, round 9. Join us next week for the final round, round 10. And we'll get the action underway from around 7:30 next week. So on behalf of Mark Manson and myself, Paul Lancaster, we will catch up with you next week. In the meantime, get your ass down here to HOSS and try it out for yourself. See you next week.